I'm gonna sit here and say I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself. Do not mind my scarf. It's cold and like my hair, I fell asleep on it. It's mushed down. It be tea. So mind your fucking business. Anywho, I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, ancestors. Because without that, I would not be here. I would not be pushing through this. I would not be getting through this. And people keep asking me, what you doing? What you doing? They just want to know. I just need advice and guidance. That's all I ask for. And for what? Learning consistency and discipline. I've always had the discipline without the consistency, and that was the problem. And I wasn't taught that, so I didn't know no better. You feel me? I mean, I know. It's like I know better. It's like certain stuff I just was not taught, and simply I think I thought it was okay because that's what I saw. That's how I was raised. And y'all can say, oh, but you were a kid. Like a lot of that stuff trickles into adulthood. And people think that because once you aren't a kid anymore, like childhood trauma stops and that you just have adult problems. No, it's all trauma and bad stuff. Like saying when they used to say, oh, you're a kid, you don't have nothing to be depressed about or this, that, or third. Like that's simple minded as fuck. It's like white people put kids out to, it's like they stole our ancestors, brought them here, treated them like shit, and we all started, well, some people, more people than others started, instead of running with the program, they did their own thing. We would not be hearing about no Harriet Tubman had she not did her thing. No, none of them. I'm just saying, that's just an example. You can't conform or let your mind be programmed to things. Like, and that's the same thing with the military. Like, that's why people would be like, oh, it's was it hard? And then I'm like, no, it was more of a mental thing for me. Like, it wasn't really, like, of course the physical aspect of it, because you gotta like physically push yourself to do things to meet a goal. I did it though, and I pushed through that shit, and I was out of shape, like, completely. And I was a twig when I first got there. Little as fuck. By the time I finished boot camp, I was busting out my uniform. Literally, my buttons were breaking every day. I was getting so thick because I wasn't fat bookie. That stomach had abs and was flat as fuck. I mean, it still do. It always does. It's just that it was different. And I was super fit. I was beautiful. I felt like my best self. Like I always say, I want that boot camp body back. I just want to go back to that boot camp shit, boot camp. But really, it wasn't even that. It was just how it made me feel at the end. Finishing a goal, accomplishing something. It felt great. That's what it was. It's about your personal journey, not about what they put out there that what they want you to focus on, because they're going to teach you these things. It's just what you take from it. Now, you have to apply it to that job, but you also should apply it to yourself as well in your everyday life, because these are things that we definitely need. There are just, everything with the military is in-house. So it's like, you could say it's more in the military than, but that's because y'all are literally trying to make a big society and put it into one group. And y'all broke them groups up into sections. U.S. Navy, U.S. Army, U.S. Yeah, etc. And then y'all made your own rules. Y'all made your own stuff. Yes. So again, when I say, what I said? Y'all talking about numbers. You want to talk numbers? We could talk numbers all day. We could talk numbers all day. We could talk numbers all day. That's why that white lady was sitting there talking to me. Because She knows. Them fucking white people know. They know because they was raised in this. They know better. Them, like I was saying, back to the reference, it's like black people. Them, they enslaved us, and then they sat there and was like, okay, they're this isn't right. And they're we can't win this battle. We gonna let the motherfuckers go. Okay, we gonna let y'all motherfuckers go. But y'all, that's like letting them out into an environment, just letting them roam free, like, and they don't know nothing. It's like putting a little kid outside and say, "Here, go figure it out." Oh, and I'm not saying that in the sense of, I mean that like that's crazy. That's super crazy. And y'all may sit here and say, "Oh, that's wild." No, it's wild that we weren't allowed to read and write. We would literally get beat on and killed for learning how to read and write. They were equipped with emotional security and stability and all of this. Their ancestors, that was part of them. They knew about it. They got to live that. We had to learn these things on our own. It wasn't like we sat there and we was given the tools. We wasn't given no tools. And that's a fact. You can't say that we got equal advantages. It's never been equal. And it's just not equal. You can't say that. It wasn't started off that way, and y'all didn't do anything to level the plains. Only thing we did was get smarter. And only thing y'all do is try to make it harder. Okay? So again, we need to educate ourselves and push ourselves to do things that we have never done. Our ancestors were never able to use AI or an iPhone. And fucking iPhone, they weren't even allowed to have them. Like, you feel me? Certain stuff, these are new experiences because those older generations were not equipped with this type of technology or these things that we have today. So y'all cannot say certain things because we didn't have access to those things. Now we do. So yes, it's not gonna look like what it looked like when your parents was raising you or your parents was raising you. It's gonna look different. It's constantly, the world's constantly changing. You can't sit here and that. Move with it. And sometimes we just need the people to tell us that. And the thing is, everybody don't like that direct, all of that. That's cool. I've been talked to like this since I was a kid. Yet my mom can't dish it out. She can't dish out what she take. I mean, she can't take what she dish out. And she just admitted it, that I was just like her. She said, "Yeah, that's why I began so mad." Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, and that's the thing. You sit there and tell me. Then you want to pull out the mommy role when it's convenient for you. That's weird. Every time you sit there and try to play cool with a motherfucker, that shit never works. It never works, and it won't work. Okay, it won't. It won't, and that's okay, because I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for it. What I'm looking for is this motherfucker leave me the fuck alone. I mean, not leave me alone, but like us to just and it to just work. So that's what I'm praying for, because I know God is going to do that for me, and He does it every time. He shows that He makes sure that I am doing everything that I need to do, and you know, everything happens for a reason. What are you gonna do with those things? Like, you know, are you gonna pick that door or are you gonna pick that door? And honestly, I say pick the door that your gut tell you to pick. You may say, "Oh, that's weird, that's silly, ha ha ha." No, go with your gut, because I'm pretty sure every time you had a feeling of a choice, you had that feeling. I know you felt it because I feel it. Then you just gotta quickly go with that. Whatever to happen the first time. Stop second guessing, because when you get second guess yourself, oh, excuse me, that's where other outcomes come from. That's where the possibilities come from. When you decide to choose the things that aren't your intuition. And that's the truth. Um, I'm glad I've joined the veterans groups. Um, because I really feel like I can make change. I want to change our community, our environments. I want more people to join. I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to feel like they have somebody. I want to feel like, you know, and everybody's not meant to be relatable. I'm not here to be relatable. I'm here to learn and also teach. I'm Everything is a give and take in life, no matter what it is. Like, and that's a fact. When people start to realize life is more than just a life, and y'all look at it, go over that like it's something so small, it's really not. And I love everything about myself. I never truly understood, or there was questions of whether I love myself fully or not. And I didn't. I didn't. Like, I was confident enough in myself to say certain things and this, that, and the third that I didn't like and all that. But to know who you are is really what puts that power in you, that motivation, that kick, that drive. Oh, I know who I am and I know what I want. When people say that, a girl that knows what she wants, that's amazing. A man that knows what he wants, that's amazing. When the confusion and the question marks come in, that's when all the other possibilities come out. You don't need to worry about the other possibilities, regardless if they're happening or not. Focus on you, who you are. Once you know that, once you truly sit down and sit with yourself and know who you are, and not just put a label on yourself, and also at the same time, remember, you don't have to limit yourself. You don't have to just be one thing. You can be multiple things. And I very much have proven that. I can do all things through Christ. I can do all things through God. And that's a fact. Because Jesus Christ is our example. He is that we need to watch. He did all these things. He was brought here to this earth, all of that, to show us these things. And honestly, and God is who we answer to. God is who we answer to. God is who we answer to. You are a soul and a spirit, nothing more. And when you put yourself in that mindset, that right there will sit there and change everything for you. You are not your physical body. You make your physical body work for you to get where you need to be. That's what it's here for. So you can complete those missions in this vessel. He paired this soul with this vessel for a reason. And whatever reason that is for you, it's never about a chosen one, a special one. We all are. That's why people say we all are God's children. I don't care. Once you realize age is just a figment of your imagination, it matters in cases, of course, like with your health. It does help with research and with certain things, like you know statistics and facts. Of course, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when you stop sitting there and using your age as an excuse, and age, but the more you sit there and say, I'm too old for this or this, that, or that, you still gonna be keep wishing. You just only gonna get older. You're only going to get older because time does not stop. And time is not guaranteed. So, with that being said, do it. The stuff I said I was doing, I'm doing it. I'm putting myself into work, into action this week because this is everything I need for myself. I pray and hope, which is great. Talking about with an intensify. Yes, Buki. Yes. Yes. Back pay all the way from fucking March? Putting in. Getting back pay all the way from fucking March 17. Oh shit, let me call my sister back. Fati. Oh, that's St. Patrick's Day. The 10th, March 10th. March 10th. Okay, update. So I did the group or whatever, and